and welcome to Newsmakers. I'm your host, Nancy Lewis. We're here today in the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, and I'm here with Missouri Representative Jason Holsman. And so you survived the session.
Session's over. Glad to be here. First off, this is a wonderful venue.
Isn't this amazing?
It is. It's
everyone should come and visit.
Crown jewel of Kansas City. It's great.
So when you look back at the session, how are you feeling?
It's like any other session. This is the sixth one that I've completed, and there are things that we left on the table that we really should have gotten completed.
Right.
But there are some small successes that we can look to and feel good about that we were able to get across the finish line. And it's just, you can never get everything done you want to get done, but you work hard at as many things as you can, and at the end you look back and say, well, we were able to accomplish some things.
Oh, the land banking bill?
So it was a big step. It was a bipartisan effort. It was sponsored by Representative Noel Torpy. It was supported by the entire Kansas City delegation. And it was one of those bills that was not really partisan. It's not ideological. We have a problem in the city. We have too many vacant properties. We have too many abandoned buildings. There's 12,000 vacant lots here in the city of Kansas City. And the land banking agency will be able to purchase those properties, get donations from companies like Bank of America, who have 75 plus properties that they're getting ready to donate right now, that will start the process up. And then that land banking agency can repurpose those lots, get them prepared for financial investment, and then get them moved into prosperity where we can actually have a tax base from them.
Talk to me about why this bill was necessary and kind of what roadblocks were in the place that made this necessary.
The primary problem is you have a vacant lot, and it has a house that's dilapidated on it, and it goes up for sale at the auction steps. And an investor looks at it and says, okay, the property is worth X, but to tear it down and to repurpose it is worth Y, and Y is more than X is. So the cost associated for getting the property prepared is actually greater than the value that the land has itself. And this is true in many of the urban core where the blight has started to spread. So what the land bank will do is purchase that property. It will have the resources to tear down that structure, to repurpose the lot, to aggregate them in some instances, and prepare that land for reinvestment so that that Y cost is already taken care of before the investor has access to the land.
You also worked on the Urban Agriculture Act. Can you talk to me quickly about that?
We almost got it across the finish line. A piece of legislation that has its origin in a session very rarely ever gets passed, but we got very close. This was a bill that we had a joint committee on urban agriculture, had 5 hearings across the state. I chaired the committee, and we met in Kansas City, Columbia, Springfield, St. Louis, and Jefferson City. Experts from all over the country come in and testify. This is a national movement, where our food come from, the sustainability associated with that, reducing the transportation costs, reducing pesticides, reducing preservatives, and actually having a locally sourced food system is a healthier, better way to go. This bill would have created an urban agriculture zone for growers, processors, and vendors. Like I said, we got it through the House, it made it through the Senate committee, it got onto the Senate floor, and the Senate bill sponsor of the piece of legislation it was in decided to go home the night before the session, and we were unable to get the conferees appointed to the committee, and it withered on the vine and didn't make it across, unfortunately.
And quickly, that would have provided incentives for entrepreneurs to create small business, wouldn't it?
It would have been tax abatement for these blighted properties. We would have come in and had good jobs in the urban core where we really need them. We would have had the food grown right there. We could have produced indoors and then had the food sold in the lower floor of the building that currently doesn't have any activity in it right now. We would have had access to water rights. And the best part about this bill, are we done?
The best part we'll talk about next time.
All right.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank
Hope
you.
you'll be with us next time on Newsmakers.